Hi, I'm Jay, escobarj.com. This video is how relationships change over time. And the first video I did on this topic, we talked about growth and growing. And if you haven't checked out the first video, go ahead and check the link into the description. You can click there and watch it. And today, the second way that relationships change over time is more time alone. And this one seems a little counterintuitive, especially if you are still in the honeymoon stages of your relationship, or if you're in the earlier stages of a relationship where you're still discovering a lot about each other, or you're still spending, every waking moment with each other. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're typically in a very superficial part of the relationship, and that's not how a relationship lasts over a long period of time, because eventually you understand that you have other goals and dreams, you have other things you'd like to do. You're a very complex individual, and just spending 24/7 with an individual is actually unhealthy. And it doesn't mean that, if you're in the honeymoon stages, it doesn't mean you shouldn't spend a lot of time with your, partner, especially in the beginning. It can be fun. You're learning a lot about your partner, and what makes them tick, and what, you're discovering. It's discovery, right? However, once a relationship matures and you become more comfortable with each other, you begin to understand that you don't need to spend every second with your partner. Of course, you're still going to do things frequently. I mean, you are in a relationship for a reason, and doesn't mean that you aren't in love. It doesn't mean that your partner doesn't love you, or if you're feeling these feelings, doesn't mean that you don't love your partner and you should leave them by any means. But you naturally just understand that of course, in a healthy relationship, you naturally understand that having a space away from your partner and focusing on your personal goals, your mission, your purpose, that accomplishing those things and being away from your partner and doing those things that matter, the other things that matter to you, and going after your grander visions, even though you love your partner, it will actually give you the space to miss them, and it'll make the times that you do spend together much more meaningful. And that's really one way that relationships change, especially over a long period of time, is you just naturally understand that, you know, uh, I don't need to spend all my time with this person. You love spending time with this person, but there comes a point to where you need to start doing other things. You need to start accomplishing other goals. You may have other things you'd like to do or accomplish. And it's interesting because if you look at music, right? Music, the reason why music is so beautiful, and the reason why it gives us certain feelings, and the reason why so many people connect with music, is actually the space or silence in between the notes. If you just had music and you just played note after note after note with no space in between, if you're just like, an A, B, C, right? If you had that, it'd be very dull and boring, and it would not be very interesting to listen to. And it's that same concept with relationships, especially over time. That's how they change. The space in between the notes is what gives the music beauty, and what gives the music depth, and what gives the music feeling, right? And it's what makes you feel alive, is the space in between the notes. And that's it. Most people just either overlook that, or just never really make that connection. And if you didn't have space in between the notes, again, it wouldn't be very enjoyable to listen to, for long periods of time. You may, maybe all right for a couple minutes, but after a few minutes, it's like, okay, all right, like this is getting, it's kind of like somebody scratching the same part of your skin over and over and over again, and just never stopping, right? It's just like, at some point it's like, hey, just leave me alone, just stop, right? And in a mature and healthy relationship, it's that same concept, right? You spend time away from each other to give yourself the time and space to miss your partner, so you can go eventually spend good quality time with them. And that's how the relationships change over time. That is another way that a relationship will change over time, just spending more alone time. And in a healthy relationship, both partners will have that understanding, especially in a mature, once you get past the honeymoon phase, the second phase, you're kind of more into you're very comfortable with your partner. Naturally, that's just where the relationship gravitates towards. And again, that doesn't mean that you're not going to love your partner. It doesn't mean that you have a bad relationship. It doesn't mean you're wrong for feeling that way or your partner's wrong for feeling that way. That's just how it is. And that's how a healthy relationship should be. And you go do things separately, and then when you're done doing those things, you come back together, and it gives you the time and space to miss and want to spend good quality time with your partner. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you never miss any time I release a video. If you'd like to get my help with this topic, you can visit my website at escobarj.com and book a coaching session. You can also shoot me an email. And if you have a success story, if you're struggling with this topic, you can shoot me an email there as well, or comment in the comments below. How has space in your relationship helped you or hurt you? Maybe you feel like it's something that hasn't been doing well for you. Share that. Let me know in the comments. That being said, if you would like to help me out, you can also share this on any social media platform with your friends and family. Maybe you know somebody, a friend, family, couple, someone who maybe has too needy or clingy relationship and needs this message to understand that, hey, listen, it's okay to go do things without your partner. It's okay to be away from your partner. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And other than that, hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.